Let's prepare on the topic desalination of water. Today we are going to see the desalination of water. Desalination is nothing but the removal of salt content from the water. So this salt is actually related to the total dissolved solid. So if the salt content is more means the TDS also will be more. So based on the TDS we can identify what type of water it is. So here the type of water and the TDS range of that particular type is given here. So for sweet water the TDS value is 0 to 1000 milligram per liter. For brackish water it is 1000 to 5000. For moderately saline it is 5000 to 10,000. For severely saline it is 10,000 to 30,000. And for seawater it will be greater than 30,000 milligram per liter. So the seawater has nearly 3.5% of salt in it. So now we will see the methods to remove the salt from that. Because if we remove the salt from the water, it can be used for the drinking purpose. So the first method is the evaporation and distillation method. So this is the very old method. So here the water has to be boiled so that the vapors will be coming. On collecting them and condensing them, we can get the purest form of water again. So when the vapor is coming out, the salts will be retaining in the container where we are heating itself. So this is only the evaporation and distillation process. So it is giving a very pure form of water. And the next is electrodialysis method. So here the electric current is passed through the water so that the bond between the water and the ions present there are broken. So this is the simple principle used here. So the cathodes and anodes are present there. So when the cathode and anodes are present and the electric current is passed, the positive ions will be going and attracting the cathode and the negative ions will be attracted towards the anode, so that the positive and negative salts, that is Na plus and Cl minus, could be removed easily. So this is the process in electrodialysis method. And the next is reverse osmosis method. So as we know, reverse osmosis method, a semi-permeable membrane is used so that the water can be passed from one side to another side. So normally what is osmosis means, when we keep a semi-permeable membrane between the salt water and pure water, the pure water will move towards the salty content. So this is the osmosis which is happening due to the natural osmotic pressure. So when we give an external pressure opposing to that osmotic pressure, we can create the reverse osmosis scenario so that the salt water can be moved through the semi-permeable membrane and we can extract the pure water here. So this works at a pressure greater than 1 lakh kilonewton per meter square, and it will not work less than 60,000 kilonewton per meter square. Based on the size of the membranes used, the membrane filtration can be classified into various types. So the first one is the reverse osmosis process. So here the particle size of the rejected water, that is the filtered particles of size 0.0001 micrometer, that is 0.1 nanometer to 1 nanometer, and the next one is nanofiltration, it is 0.5 nanometer to 5 nanometer, and for ultra it is 0.001 to 0.1, and micro it is 0.1 to 10 micrometer, and the sand filtration, that is the regular rapid and slow sand filtration, it is 10 micrometer and also the greater one. And the next method of desalination is freezing process. So here nothing but the water is freeze, so that the starting stage itself the water will be freeze, that is the pure water will be freezed, and after that only the salts will be freezing down, so that from the initial stage itself you can get the purest form of water. And the last one is the solar distillation process. It is nothing but similar to the evaporation process, but here the heating is done by solar energy itself. So based on the TDS value we can fix what type of treatment has to be given to the water. So the desalination process that is suitable for the water that is having TDS value up to 500 alone means, it is 500 milligram per liter means it can be done by the ion exchange process itself. If it is 500 to 3000, then we have to go for electrodialysis, and if it is 1000 to 10,000 you can go for low pressure osmosis, that is nanofiltration, and if it is 10,000 and above it is high pressure osmosis, and if it is above 30,000 that is the distillation process. Thank you, and keep watching for the next lecture on defluoridation of water.